Russell bag with Gwinnett lawns and beautiful. Wait for it. Kind of cloudy, but warm, Atlanta, Georgia. And on today's video, I wanted to show you what the inside of a Kawasaki air filter looks like. One of the most common, I'm going to pull this trash can in here. One of the most common air filters that you will find on the Kawasaki FS series engines. That would be this style of engine that's got the low air cleaner that sits in there like that. They use this air cleaner on tons of different engines. And I just want to kind of show you, let me get this adjusted, what this looks like. Now this filter is about 6 months old. I cut the top of it off, all right, because I wanted to show you guys. Normally it's got this metal cage around here. I cut this part away. Now this air filter, I clean this multiple times a week, and by cleaning it, I've got a video to show you how you can just knock this against the floor and get tons and tons of dirt and debris out of here and just vacuum it out. You don't want to use compressed air to do that because you'll drive the dirt further in the media. But I wanted to show you what a difference. You can see this is the dirty side of the filter, okay, and that's the clean side. Okay, this is the inside. This would be on here like this, and obviously the intake is drawing air from this side. The air is coming in from the outside and then coming in the engine from this filtered side. But you can see this thing has just a ton of pleats. Now I recommend the actual factory Kawasaki air filters. Don't get the cheap knockoff ones. These filters are really, really durable. The filter medium, which is the paper, and the metal cage is epoxied into this heavy duty plastic piece right here, so it's not going to come out. And I usually change these about once every 6 months. You probably would have to do that more often if you didn't clean this out. And I'm going to tell you guys something, that one of the most important things you can do besides changing the oil is keeping this air filter clean. All right, you will greatly decrease the amount of silicone, which is basically sand that gets in the engine, by keeping this air filter as clean as possible. Sometimes when it's really dry out, especially during the high cutting season, during spring and summer, if it's really dry and dusty, I will come in here and I will clean the air filter every day. That's how bad it gets. And there's an enormous amount of debris that will come out of this. I think it says to clean the filter every, I don't know, 100 hours or something. That's ridiculous. I may go 5 or 6 hours, but it makes a huge difference. It really does. So this filter is still serviceable. You can hold it up to the light. You can still see light going through there, just a little bit. But after these filters aren't that much. I think they're maybe like 15, 16 bucks, if that. And of course they got that pre-filter, that foam pre-filter on the outside to keep the really big chunks from getting into the in between the pleats. But do your mower a favor. You will make your engine last, I'm going to say, at least twice as long or more by keeping the abrasive material out of there. All right, because what's going to happen is you're going to start wearing out your valve guides and your rings when you get abrasive material in there. The oil keeps a lot of that in suspension, but if you don't ever let it get in the engine in the first place, or if you minimize it, some is always going to get in there. Okay, these filters, it's impossible to filter out everything or the engine couldn't breathe. But if you will just take some steps, and it takes maybe 4 or 5 minutes to really get the filter clean with a good vacuum. Even if you did nothing but just knock it on the concrete and see the amount of stuff that come out, that would help. But please just don't use compressed air to blow. Don't even blow it from the inside out. Use a vacuum and just knock it against the hard surface, because that will get tons and tons of the heavy debris. Now that's not the debris that's really going in there, but it reduces the filter's efficiency. So word to the wise, do that. Change this about every 6 months or so, and you will greatly increase the life of your well, any engine, especially the FS series, but the FX series has the round canister. That one's a little bit more, I think that filter's a little better and it's a little higher up on the engine, but I did the same thing because I had one in the right. And clean them guys. You will make the engine last so much longer. And these engines are like 12 to 1600 and up in price. So if you can spend a little bit of time every week in keeping this filter clean, you will pay yourself dividends later on. All right, well, hopefully that quick pro tip helped you. Any filter, even on the Honda, right? Got the Honda over there, do the same thing. In fact, let me just show you something. So this is a new filter. I've used this mower maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 times. So let's see if anything comes out. All right, so as you can see, the back side of it, or the inside, that's the clean side, but look. Oops. See how much debris came out right here? And that's just grass, right? But look at all that coming out. I probably don't have 3 hours on this filter. All right, if you look in there, it's still nice. It's a really nice color. But if you did nothing more than that and put this back, the engine's just going to be able to breathe better. Okay, that's really the lazy man's way to do it. But all that came out, all this right here was in the filter. And most people neglect the filters, and it's just going to build up and up and up, and it's going to get harder to start, and you don't want that in your life. Keep your filter clean, okay? Very good. So hopefully that tip helped you. Leave me a comment below if you don't do this and you're going to start doing it, or if you've been doing it, or maybe you have a different hour frequency of doing it, or maybe you have a story about how your engine grenaded due to ingestion of hard dust particulate or something like that. Some good story. I don't know. Whatever. Put it in the comments below, and I'll talk to you on the next video.